the haunted village of Silent Brook. Silent Brook was a village that lived up to its name, quiet, forgotten, and cloaked in an eerie mist that seemed to settle around it like a veil. The villagers told stories of strange happenings and whispered about the ancient curse that lingered over the land. Travellers avoided the area, and even nearby townsfolk dared not enter the woods after dusk. The legend of Silent Brook began centuries ago. A prosperous village, it once flourished under the watchful eye of its benevolent leader, Lady Alicia. She was known for her beauty and kindness, but there was one dark tale woven into her story. Lady Alicia had a forbidden love, a young man from the neighbouring land, a land her father had despised. She kept their love a secret, hidden from everyone, even her closest companions. However, when her father discovered the truth, he was enraged. He ordered the young man to be killed, and Alicia's heart shattered with the loss. In her grief, she vanished into the dense forest, and no one ever saw her again. Days after her disappearance, Silent Brook began to change. Villagers reported sightings of a woman in a flowing white gown, wandering through the mist at night. They claimed to hear her mournful cries and see shadows creeping around the village, as if they had a life of their own. The crops withered, animals disappeared, and the once bright village seemed to fall under a spell. Years passed, and Silent Brook became a place where no one dared to stay. Those who attempted to settle there were driven away by the unnerving feeling of being watched, strange whispers in the wind, and the sound of footsteps echoing through empty streets. And then there was the well in the centre of the village, said to be cursed by Lady Alicia herself. Every full moon, villagers claimed to see her reflection in the water, her eyes filled with sorrow and rage. But one year, a young journalist named Maya heard about Silent Brook and was captivated. Determined to uncover the truth, she travelled to the village alone, her camera and flashlight her only companions. As she entered Silent Brook, the air grew colder, and the silence pressed in on her. The mist thickened, and every sound, every movement seemed amplified. She couldn't shake the feeling that someone or something was watching her. Maya began her investigation, recording every detail. She wandered through abandoned houses, capturing eerie images of dust-covered furniture and peeling wallpaper. But the real discovery came when she found the ancient well. The mist seemed to gather around it, swirling as if drawn by some unseen force. She aimed her camera, leaning closer to peer into the dark depths. Suddenly, a face appeared in the water, a pale, ethereal face with eyes filled with sorrow and anger. Lady Alicia. Maya's heart raced and she stumbled back. The air was filled with a haunting melody, like a lullaby sung by a mother mourning a lost child. She wanted to run, but a voice stopped her. A soft, fragile whisper. "Help me." Summoning all her courage, Maya asked, "What happened to you?" And in a voice that was both distant and near, Lady Alicia shared her story. She spoke of her love, her father's wrath, and the curse she had unwittingly brought upon Silent Brook in her grief. She was trapped, bound to the village by sorrow and rage, unable to find peace. Maya, moved by Alicia's plight, promised to help. She began to unravel the mystery, piecing together clues from old journals, forgotten documents, and even a cryptic letter hidden in a broken drawer. She discovered that the curse could be lifted by reuniting Lady Alicia's spirit with a token of her lost love, a simple ring that had been hidden away for generations. On the night of the next full moon, Maya stood by the well, holding the ring in her trembling hand. She whispered a prayer and dropped the ring into the water. The mist thickened, and for a moment silence reigned. Then a soft ethereal light filled the well. Lady Alicia appeared, her face no longer filled with sorrow but with peace. She smiled at Maya, and as she faded into the mist, she whispered, "Thank you." The mist lifted, and Silent Brook felt different. The air was warmer, the shadows were gone, and for the first time in centuries, birds sang in the trees. Maya left the village, but the story of Lady Elysia and the haunted village of Silent Brook became her most famous tale. And as for Silent Brook, it returned to the world of the living, no longer haunted, but filled with the memories of love and loss, and the courage of a young journalist who dared to break the curse.